What up? Skorge here, doing a massive tutorial in FL for kind of a screechy Riot 10 Lookas trap lead. I used it in my intro that I made for the set I did opening up for Barely Alive and Dub Loads. And while I was making it, I realized there weren't really any tutorials or anything like that online kind of helping out figure out what it really was, and it was bugging me because it was like this screech, I just couldn't get it. And I actually found it on accident, which I'll tell you about later. But so basically, I'll play the intro just so you can hear the sound, understand what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Ever since I left the city, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so it's that. You know what I'm talking about. And so we're going to be talking about how to make that today. It's right here. It's just like a hover sound, and that's actually how I found it. Is I was working with kind of like this hover sound for a bass house song, kind of like Bloody Beat Roots have used in their Warp song, the whoop whoop boom. You know what I'm talking about. And oh, sorry. And I realized when I held down the note, there was kind of this feedback at the end that created like this, and I was like, fuck, that's it. So I just kind of figured out how I could cut out that beginning kind of pitch bend, obviously. I even sometimes I'll put this sound into like a sampler just to, you know, get it going. But either way, you guys don't give a shit. You guys want to learn how to make the sound. So let's get into that. Fuck it. Doing it live. Okay. So we're just going to start by opening up a new massive. Jesus. Okay, here we go. And we're just going to open up a new sound, make sure it's not on any preset or anything like that. Every oscillator should be on and put to square saw wave. This is basically just 3 saw waves that'll be detuned and edited to kind of, you know, fucks with. And everything's on spectrum. The intensity for the first 2 are going to be all the way up. On the third one, just turn it slightly down, and this is because I have no fucking clue. I just like how it sounds. I think it sounds better, and that's kind of what this is all about. Is I want you guys to learn from this, but also fucks with the sounds a bit and all the parameters, and make up your own sound along the way. And all right, that is it. Let me just dope. All right, so guys, thank you for watching. If you want to, I'm gonna turn up the amp for those 2. Make sure those are all up. We're gonna come back to these. These are essentially done for now. We're not gonna use a modulation oscillator in this one. We're gonna come down to noise here. Let me detach this so I can fully see it. Come down to noise here. Turn the color all the way up. Change it to bright. Turn the amp to about 20%. And if you're wondering, whenever I say a number and I'm moving this, that'll be up at the top right while I'm moving it. You can see what the number is, so that'll be about 20 there. The feedback, we're not going to mess with that. In the first insert, we're going to have a hard clipper. Going to turn the dry, wet up to about 40%, drive up to the same, about 40%. Both of them pointing at the D. The double D. Anyway, in the first filter, we're going to add a scream, and the cutoff will be put all the way up. Scream put towards the M at about 60%, and the resonance barely below 20, like 15. Actually, even less, like 10. And we're just going to make sure the gain for that filter is all the way up. Serial is all the way up, well, towards serial. Mix 1 all the way up. Just turn this one down so there's no possible interference, even though there won't be. Turn the unisono all the way up to 8 in the voicing tab. Sorry if I jumped a little quickly there. Didn't mean to throw you off. Open up the voicing tab, turn the unisono up to 8. Polyphone is fine. Trigger on always. Turn the pan position and the pitch cutoff on, and this up to 2. We'll come back to that. Next, we're going to do the effects. Let's add a Bronner tube. Let's turn the dry and drive to about 20. Don't want it up too high, just a little distortion. Let's turn the effect 2 onto chorus ensemble, dry, to about, again, like 20, rate still at 50, offset 18 to 20, depth, same. Those should all be about the same. Lastly, in this module, we're going to do EQ, turn the high shelf up quite a bit, turn the low shelf down a little bit, just so it doesn't get muddy in the mix or anything like that. Alright, so all we really have left to do is add macros to go. Oh, I lied. Go to the first oscillator, turn the rate up to 50, and the up and down pitch bend to 2 and -2, and the decay all the way up. And go into the fourth envelope. We're almost done, I promise. Turn the attack all the way down, level all the way up, decay at 50, level all the way up, level all the way up, release at about 15. Just turn it up a little bit. And fuck my roommates for leaving while I'm recording. Just kidding, guys. I love you. Don't hurt me. Okay, so that should be all in there. So next, we're going to do the macros, finally. That is the last step to kind of fine-tune the sound to make sure we get exactly what we want, you know? So, I'm going to put the first macro into the rate. Just turn it up ever so slightly. Take the second macro, put it on the depth, same, ever so slightly. I'm going to head over back to the voicing tab, and this is where pitch cutoff and pan position, those wily minxes, come back into play. We're going to put the first onto pan position, turn that bitch all the way up. Second onto pitch cutoff, turn that some of the way up to about 16, a little below 20, I would say, about 1/8 of the way. Okay, and then we're going to put the second macro into the SC box on both oscillator 2 and 3. Going to put this one up 1, this one down 1, and this is going to help the kind of detuned effect we were talking about earlier. Let me see, I don't think I'm missing anything else. Let's check the sound. That is not it at all. What is happening? Sorry guys. Forgot to turn this up. Make sure to turn your second macro up. Otherwise you're gonna have an embarrassing uh-oh like I just did. And the one I turned up about like, if I can, oh, I just hit my glasses against the fucking pop filter. Oh my god, this is going downhill. Okay. Turn this up, just moving around, figure it out. Okay. That should help. There it is. Oh my god. Okay. So we did it. We made the sound. And you're a fucking trap lord. Turn down the master because that shit is clipping like a mother. And by golly, you're my trap queen. So we're going to put this into the mixer because I'm just going to add a couple more effects to make it a little beefier. Like, I would suggest getting the OTT, if you do not already, by Xfer. I think it's free. I believe it's free, and it's just a really nice compressor. Really can give you some nice crunch. Absolutely crunched. I hope people watch SNL that watch this, because that would have made no sense otherwise. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay, so what I did is I just added a little kick drum pattern here to emphasize what you could do with this sound. And to also emphasize what I think is the most important thing to do with it is sidechain. And this is not the best way. I'm going to throw one in real quick. I use a peak controller. This is how I learned a while ago. I don't think it's the best way. Make sure this is unmuted. So the volume here kind of controls how much you're sidechaining. And sidechaining is essentially how much the kick comes through the synth or whatever, the bass, whatever it is you're sidechaining. So the volume, this is how much it'll come through. And we want it quite a bit. So we're going to put that about there. Come over to the synth, which I didn't assign to that. Make sure to assign the synth to that. Okay, oh no, it was in 8. Wait, what have I done? Oh my god. Jesus, future me, cut all of this out. Oh my god. And don't forget, like an idiot, Okay, so we're going to add a compressor. Come over to the gain, link to controller, peak and LFO, inverted, accept. Sorry if I went a little fast there. This isn't a sidechaining video. That's not why I'm not going in depth about it. I just want to tell you that this sound really helps with sidechaining. So now you'll notice every time we hit the kick, let me see, move that out of the way, the gain goes down. Look at that. My roommates are screaming in the other room like a bunch of assholes. But you can see that magic is happening here. And that's all that matters. Thank you for joining me in this magic. Okay, so we're just gonna put that there. You can hear. Ooh. We don't have any bass, so real quick, just add. Ooh, okay, just add some real quick bass. Because we don't have time to, like, fucking make our own right now. So we're gonna fucking yellow claw it. Oh! I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, we did it. You did it. We all did it. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you like this tutorial, please comment below and let me know about any future tutorials you might want to see or anything along those lines, some suggestions, because I'm going to be posting a lot more content lately and I'm really excited for the future of this channel. So thank you guys so much again, and this has been Skorge. Peace out!